Now it's Transformation Tuesday. Millions are taking weight loss medications like Ozempic, Wegovy, and Zepbound to lose weight. But many people are now asking an important question: what happens after the weight comes off? So joining us today, we have renowned transformation coach Charles D'Angelo, who lost 160 pounds himself and has spent more than 20 years helping thousands of people keep the weight off. Thanks for being here today, Charles.
My pleasure.
Okay, I'm really excited for this conversation. So we're giving some people some really easy things to understand, to remember when it comes to losing weight. The first one is...
And keeping it off.
And keeping it off.
That's the big thing.
What is the real challenge that people are going through?
It depends on where a person is. For many people, they feel like they've tried everything and nothing works. And that's usually when they come to see me. But never before has losing weight been so easy. Losing weight has never been easier because of the medications that are available. That in their truest essence, they are suppressing a person's appetite. That's what they do. And they're incredibly effective at doing it. The issue is what do I do when I want to stop the therapy or the treatment? How in the world do I keep this weight off? Anywhere from 15% to now, there's a new medication that's going to be available in the not too distant future that claims to help a person lose up to about 28% of their body weight simply through that type of mediation. The issue isn't the weight loss, it's what do I do when I want to stop that? So it's losing the weight. How do I do that? When a person works with me, I don't prescribe medications. It's through habit change. I always tell people that you don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. So you have to have a system in place. So even if you are on a medication, I have so many people now that here in St. Louis, I've become kind of the guy that people go to when they want to get off the medication, or if they're on the medication and they want to sustain those types of results. How do you do that? Well, you have to have the right food. You've got to have an exercise plan in place that's going to do two things. One, help you maintain muscle mass. There's a lot of misinformation out there about medications suggesting that people are losing bone density. And in some cases, I'm sure that might be the case. But in the vast majority of cases, people are benefiting from medications. The issue isn't the medication, it's what are you doing to support the results that you ultimately can achieve and maintain after that. So it's more about once I get this medication off, or if this gives me the idea of what's possible, how do I develop a system so that I can continue to move forward? And my clients, many of whom are doctors, say there are two aspects that are most important. Number one, structure. You've got to have a routine. You've got to have a schedule. You've got to have something in place so every single day you're waking up and you know what you're going to do ahead of time, when you're going to eat, what you're going to eat. And I suggest to all my clients, make it foods that are going to be available, easy, accessible, and taste good. You've got to have accountability. You have to have someone, not your spouse, not your best friend, not your fiance, but someone that's independent of being liked by you. Now, most of my clients, I would say, maybe I'm biased, like me, but if it comes down to being liked or being effective, I'm going to choose being effective. That means I'm going to have a hard conversation with the client if necessary. You have to realize that there's going to be many times you're not going to be motivated. You're not going to feel like doing it. And having someone that you're meeting with that's helping you remind you of your ultimate potential is really helpful. That consistency develops momentum. Having a plan in place that, again, that you can always default to when you do get stressed. When times do get difficult, if you go through a tragedy in your life, if you lose a loved one, if you lose a partner, if you change positions, if you change careers, if any number of things that happen in life, you have to have a way of not going back to food as a treatment plan. That's what my work with people really helps to do. And you're looking at a picture there's Dr. Matt Ullman, who lost about 100 pounds. That's Ben, who lost 300 pounds.
It's remarkable.
All naturally.
All naturally. And this is what, just to wrap it up, we have just about 20 seconds here, Charles. Why do people regain the weight then, as we're looking at all of these people who have kept it off?
Yes. So I think that when you don't have the philosophy or attitude that consistency is key, if you look at it as all or nothing, you set yourself up for frustration, ultimately disappointment. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to make progress. Success doesn't happen in a straight line. You're going to take 3 steps forward, and as long as you only take 1 step back, you're still ahead. So the key is, how do you continue to move forward? And when a person feels like they've tried everything, even if they're on a medication, they can still reach out to me and have a conversation. A lot of people say, what's the first thing I could do? I would say stop trying to find the perfect diet. There isn't one. Instead, develop a system that allows you to be consistent, and if you want to have a conversation, reach out and I'll be glad to have that with you.
That's right. Charles, he's helped thousands of people reach their weight loss goals, and he can help you too. You could schedule your free consultation today at charlesdangelo.com.